For a few years, I've been leading on the development of activities to bring together researchers working in the broad area of digital humanities and cultures. And this has now galvanised towards this centre as a way of bringing people together, creating more space for interdisciplinary collaboration within people at Cardiff, but also making outsider connections too with people who we might want to work with to do bigger research projects in the future.
I'm Professor Julia Thomas. I'm in the English department.
I'm Sean Roberts, and I'm a linguist.
I'm Alison Harvey, I'm archivist here in Special Collections and Archives.
I'm Yutaka Yoshida, a lecturer in criminology.
I'm Esther Wright, I'm senior lecturer in digital history, and I research historical video games.
I've worked for many years now on digital archives of historical images, so mainly illustrations from books in the 19th century, and we've created lots of different archives that have made these images available and accessible online. So we're currently working with computer vision technology and artificial intelligence to make the content of those images searchable, so that people in the future can look through these archives and find different pictures that they will have never had access to or seen before.
I studied dialogue in video games, which might seem trivial, but actually video games are an important part of a lot of people's lives now. They have complex characters with a lot of dialogue, and they're at the center of a lot of debates about representation and diversity and identity. So they're really important to study in digital humanities.
We look after some amazing collections here. We have everything from 15th century books right up to modern literary manuscripts. And it's my job to raise awareness of those collections and to encourage students and staff and members of the public to explore them, to support research and foster creativity.
So why do contemporary video game developers decide to make games about the past? What kind of stories do they tell? What kinds of things do they include and not include? And how do they market those games to players as somehow historically authentic?
So we've been building the video game dialogue corpus, which is the largest digital collection of video games. And it's open source and in a common format, so people can access it and use it. And we want people to do that so that we can get insights about how video games work and the representation in them, so that we can inform game developers and they can make more informed decisions.
I started my career as a researcher in the far-right movement in Japan, and I'm still continuing that project. But I fairly recently, started other two projects on romance, scam, and digital vigilantism.
Well, I'm hoping to support the work of the Centre through facilitating the digitisation of cultural heritage here in our digital studio. We've got an amazing range of state-of-the-art equipment here, from a professional camera setup to machines that are designed to be used with very minimal training by anyone.
Hopefully, as a criminologist, I can add some sort of new perspective to their study, about digital technology and humanities from criminological perspective. There's many interesting things going on in the world of criminals or vigilantes. And so yeah, I think I can contribute to their discussions. I use something unique.
The idea for the centre is to give us really a platform for creative visibility for all of the really wide expertise that we actually have at Cardiff University in the digital humanities and cultures, as a really wide realm of different approaches, different methods, different concepts and ideas of ways to approach this.
Want to go for some hopefully wildly interdisciplinary study. Apparently, they are not only social scientists, but someone from computer science.
We have a lot of people who can approach the really big challenges and opportunities of the fact that we live in such a digitised world, where digital media, digital technologies and all different kinds of tools have been so normalised and taken for granted that it's useful and it's important for us to ask these big questions and to approach these kinds of big questions and challenges with our research, and to do that from lots of different disciplinary perspectives.